Yeah. Up in the building. Yeah, we lighting up the scene. Crypto gems on radar, chasing every dream. Do your own research, that's the golden theme. We bring the facts, no cap, we keep it clean. Scrolling through the charts, got my eyes on the rise. Viber got the info, got me feeling so wise. No hype, just the truth, yeah, we cutting through lies. Sharpen knowledge on the daily, watch the profits multiply. From Bitcoin to the altcoins, we digging for gold. Community so strong, never do what you're told. That's the motto, let the story unfold. We ain't selling you a dream, just the facts to behold. Viber finance, shining in the night. Crypto gems, yeah, we find them right. Do your research, keep the future bright. Viber got your back, we ignite your flight. No pump and dump, just the realest advice. We break it all down, make it simple and nice. Every tip, every trick, got you rolling the dice. But with knowledge in your pocket, you can win every price. Viber finance, shining in the night. Crypto gems, yeah, we find them right. Do your research, keep your future bright. Viber got your back, we ignite your flight. So when you're lost in the crypto sea, Viber is the light, come vibe with me. Stay smart, stay sharp, and you'll always see the best gems shine with transparency.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Viberville. Man, that intro just gets you hyped up, gets you ready for that alpha, because you know we got it here at Viber Finance. I'm in the trenches every day, putting in that research, finding these gems so you guys can go to work, live your lives, and know that if you're getting coins from me, they are the best. They're going to pump the hardest, and they're going to survive the great death of 90% of cryptos over the next 5 years. We're in this shit for the long term. All right. This is our one opportunity where we have a 5 to 7 year, 8-year window to retire yourself. Nowhere else is that opportunity going to be given to us. All right. When I was growing up, it was you retire, you put $1 million in the bank, and you live off 5-6%, and you're good to go. But that ship has sailed away. It's a new world. And with all these new opportunities in DeFi, making money with passive income, you need to learn how to manage your assets, how to hold them properly. No, it's one thing to just make a shitload on a meme coin, exit. What do you do with that money then when you're sitting in stable coins? You want to put that to work. You want to make and find opportunities so you can become your own bank. That is the whole point of crypto. And these are the opportunities that are here now, and they're only going to grow. Now that regulations are coming, the institutions are knocking on their doorsteps. Nothing is going to change this market right now until ETFs launch. All right. That will be what brings in new liquidity. Everyone left Solana and went over to Binance and got wrecked. It's just people moving around. It's not new money coming into this market. And until we see that, nothing's going to change. So I don't know when the government is going to come back. I don't know. It's been almost 2 weeks now since they shut down. So I don't think they can approve the ETFs until they are back and operating. So hopefully that comes soon, because if it doesn't, then we're going to just see this shit. We might chop a little bit. Bitcoin, might run up to 120 because there's some leverage. But no, maybe 117. I forget. I'm going to play a video here in a second that sums up exactly what's going on in this market. We'll talk about the nonsense that happened with the leverage trading. Every single person that had more than like 1.5x leverage wiped out. And how long have I been saying on this channel? Shout out QUBIC. He's been telling me and educating me in the background what really goes on when you leverage trade. If you use a certain amount of leverage, that exchange is hunting you down and trading against you, which they already are probably to begin with. But once you hit a certain amount of leverage, it's over. And he was testing these exchanges to see how they would trade against him, what would happen. And it's an unwinnable game. They will scam wick you out of your positions. If your liquidation price on ETH is 3,300, they'll fucking send a scam wick right down there to liquidate you. While every other exchange, ETH never got below 3,800. It's a joke, guys. It's a joke. It's a losing game. And Richard Hart, the GOAT himself, has told us over and over who wins in crypto? Hodlers and founders. Pure and simple. You find stuff early when it's down at the bottom, so your downside risk of losing money is minimal. You invest what you can afford to lose, so it's money that you're going to go out with one night or you're going to spend it somewhere else, but you decided to put it into a coin, and then you just forget about it. Set it and forget it. On to the next. It's that simple. And over time, you slowly start to accumulate positions. You find the best AI projects. You find the best real world asset projects. You find the best L2, whatever niche of the market you like and you think is going to be here for a long time in the future. Certain industries that Web3 and blockchain are going to completely change. Industries that AI are going to revolutionize. That's the stuff you need to be thinking about right now. That's why we are into Dynex. Because it just came out. They're going to be transferring our coins into security tokens that will be traded next to what? Quantum stocks. And if you go look at the valuation of these quantum stocks, they are all at $3, $4, $5 billion valuations. Dynex is at a $5 million market cap and people aren't loading up right now. Crazy. Flare, it should be illegal to be under 2 cents right now with what's being built on Flare, with who they're working with. All right, you need to find the projects that haven't had the mainstream adoption. Everyone talking about them. By that point, all the money's been made. When you find coins that are suppressed at the bottom that are going to blow up, that's where the money is. But when people are fudding them, the chart looks like shit. No one's talking about it. That's when you get in. That's the opportunity. You need to be the one person saying, I found this coin. It's a gem. I know it. It has a great founder, has a great team, has a social media presence. I've been in the Discord. I've been talking to the community. They've been hitting their roadmaps. And if they pull off what they're going for, it's going to change a huge part of a certain industry. And there's 20, 30 projects out there that I can say that about, that I have found and told you guys about over the last 2-3 years. And if you can find them and put money in them and just be patient, it'll be a beautiful thing in the future, because these coins we're going to be able to use, right? All of Flare is DeFi. The stuff on Stellar with Phoenix DeFi Hub, 100% APY right now. Insane. But even now we get in early. In 5 years, once Stellar is $50, $100 a coin and you're earning 12%, but we're in it now at 35, 40 cents. So you 100x the coin value. And if you're getting, $2.50 a day now, well, you'll be getting $250 a day in the future. You need to think that way and set yourself up in these positions where you don't care if I have to get out at the top of this bear market, because if I don't, I won't make the most. It doesn't matter. If you're in this for the long term, that's just short-term noise. If you can identify that opportunity, you invest into it early, you have the long-term vision, a little bit turns into a lot. Ask Ballet Brand last cycle, $100 or something in Hex, turned him into $1 million, or $1,000 in Hex, turned it into $1 million. Because he found something early when everyone else said it was dead or a scam. He believed in it and he held. That's simple. We're a better Ethereum on Pulse Chain. Way bigger community, way more potential. You're telling me in 8 years, Pulse Chain's not going to be up hundreds of X's? You need to think long term. You have the opportunity. You're holding the blue chips of the future. The whole market hasn't recognized it yet. The whole market is scams, lies, vaporware, manipulation. And it's when Tether implodes, when Japan unwinds and sells all those treasuries, and Tether does not have the money to redeem, 70% of the entire exchange's liquidity around the world, but not in the US, not in the UK because of MICA, they completely banned Tether. Why? Because they know what's coming. The logo is an atomic bomb. It is going to blow up. It is going to be the black swan. It will bring Bitcoin down. Money will be flowing out of that Bitcoin ETF like crazy. And that's what XRP was meant to do, to fix the liquidity crisis that they will create. And if it was going to be fucking Freedom Coin, that was going to be what XRP is and Ripple, I would be shilling you Freedom Coin like crazy because it's going to be used. They're creating the problem to roll that out. Okay? I promise you. So let's get into it. Little rant to start it off. Mr. Rock Jockey, what is good, sir? KMO Joe, my man. Dewey Scum, appreciate you stopping in. Jonathan, Julian, appreciate you. Frank White in the building. The legendary Frank White. Let's go. Z-Back pumping today. Don't know why. But when you have the blue chips, they randomly pump. When nothing else in the market is doing anything, good projects will just pump for some reason. When Dovu was pumping out of the blue, Stronghold kind of was pumping. Then we get Pulse Chain pumping. Jasmine. The blue chips do that. Dude's coming back hardest on the hour. Nothing really. But Z-Back. My bag of Z-Back, I'm a whale, guys. I forget. I got to go back and see, but somebody sent me a $25 voucher, which was like 5,000 coins. And I locked it up. And now I'm at like 5,200 and I'm balling with a $30 bag. But guys, until the ETFs launch, nothing is going to happen. There's no new liquidity coming in these markets. No, Veracity right now, I'm going to buy more of this real soon. Unless the only thing I'm worried about, I need to look into it more, is if AI can fix Veriviews, or can replace Veriviews. I don't know. I think it's AI that works with it. I'm going to look into it, but it might be a huge opportunity down at this price. I mean, it's just at almost all-time lows, but that also could be a red flag. And Casper too. There's another one I want to add to a real-world asset utility coin. They had some problems in the past, but I'm hearing some good things about Casper, so definitely look into that. I know a lot of you still hold bags of it. Mine's still staked, but my bag's now probably worth under $150 at this point. So to throw $200 at it and probably triple my bag, if it ever comes back, that's how you do really well. You know, downside risk from here. What is it really? I mean, what are we going to drop down? Maybe another 25, 30%, 50% at most. So if you could have 50% downside risk for potential 20x gains, that's how you win. That is how you win. I mean, everything right now. Look at Dynex, 4.5 cents. Actually holding good. I mean, we found it right in at May 8th, right down here at the bottom at like 2.5 cents. And that thing did like almost a 4x up to 10 cents, but I'm not selling any. I'm holding this shit because I believe in this. They have a quantum chip they're building that if that ever catches on, this thing's going to be a game changer because it does not require absolute zero. All the other stuff does. The amount of electricity it takes to keep a room at that cold of a temperature is astronomical. And Dynex fixes that. But even everyone loves ChatGPT and the LLMs, and they're building the quantum as QAAS, quantum as a service models, which are kind of like quantum LLMs. They're way faster, way better. So once they put them out, and I have a feeling they're going to coincide the launch of, or the conversion of the coins to security tokens when they launch the tokenized stock. I feel like they're going to have some huge updates or coordinate some kind of release for them to draw some massive attention. So, guys, Dynex, get a bag of that shit. Just trust me on it. All right. This is what I do all day, every day. Find the best opportunities here where they're at the bottoms. Downside risk is minimal. And you can be treated as a lottery ticket. Morpheus, the other one I want to talk to you about. Switch.win is crushing right now. All right. If you're using PulseX or if you're using Pateus, stop. Start using Switch. It's so sick. When you have Pulse Chain on here, Say you want to buy some PTGC, but you need to swap Sparta, which is a tax token. Look at that. It automatically auto connects this, or auto figures out the slippage. So all new people, when you have a friend, you're like, oh, you got to get in this token, but it's a tax token and they don't understand how to set slippage or change it. Switch.win does it automatically now for you. So when you're buying a tax token, you don't have to go look up the tax, or you didn't know it was a tax token. You don't know why it keeps failing. Boom. And it's cheaper than everywhere else. So Switch is coming, and so is a lot of stuff on top of it. Rags has just been working his ass off, and it is just super clean. And I want to see yield farms on here for Morpheus, for Pulse Chain, for Hex, for Titan X. That would be sick. And then we have everything completely decentralized, or we can start earning money on the coins that we control the supplies of, we are involved with. That's the future. Man, Richie stirred some shit up. Prices ain't reflecting it. Everything just shit in the bed on Pulse Chain, but it is what it is, man. Richard straight up on one today. He is now. Any of you in here start cry fagging, you will get banned immediately too. No cry fagging. BB, I have the wrap Dynex on ETH. Me too, bro. Me too. Don't worry. Don't worry. All you got to do is go to dynexcoin.org. Or no, hold on. Sorry. Bridge. Dynex. All right. I can't spell bridge. BRIDGE.dynexcoin.org. And there you go. You're good to go. All right. So just put a bridge in front of the website, Dynexcoin, connect your wallet, and then you can swap it from the wrap version back to Dynex. And Dynex is its own blockchain. So it's not on anything else. Dynex is the chain. So we have the wrap version on ETH. It's just so much easier to get than going to like the random exchange that they have it on to buy the real version. So it's just so much easier here to do that. So this is how, so I think I don't know if I heard that it doesn't matter which one you have for the conversion, but if they do make you swap it back, you just go to here, this website, and then you're good. And then you'll have the correct version. Yeah, bro. Dude, Richard, so you could feel the like chain, that the energy is here back on Pulse Chain. And Richard, bro, he's back. I think this is good news. I think the Interpool stuff, it might be ending soon. Oh, he is so funny. Once again, as soon as you're actually able to reach whoever has the native coins over from the fork, they'll nuke you and spit on you. You really do have to regret promoting a wallet that now shows margin trading and gambling chains. You don't prefer everyone you referred. Who's he talking to? I don't know. Whatever, Richie. But guys, here we go. I just want you to listen to this. Tino is the freaking man, and he's going to tell you what is up.
Now, let me explain something before we get into the logic. This Trump story with China is being designed to bring everything down, because it's also going to lead everything back up. We are in an easing cycle. Money's going to be cheaper, so they're going to mark everything down, and then they're going to make the reversal. Tariffs and trade war seems to be something the market is reacting to. But given that Trump has said this and trade tensions are coming into play, the market is doing really well for it. Very well for it. Usually when Trump speaks, the market just collapses, but they know his playbook. So whatever he says about China, if he does enforce the idea of tariffs, which apparently is going to probably be sooner than November the 1st. The gentleman said it today, Golson or something. He said it today, that we'll probably get the 100% tariffs sooner than the 1st of November. I was looking at the NASDAQ and he kept trying to pull back and it wasn't going down. And this was before Powell spoke, which tells you that investors are what? They are more concerned about interest rate cuts. Why? Because you can then borrow money cheaper. That's what's important. trade war is only going to last for a short period of time because Trump shows his hand like that. He takes away and he gives back. You can't be cheesed off with the world's factory. It doesn't make sense for the US either. I think Trump and Xi Jinping, when they meet up, they're going to be handshaking, they're going to be hugging, it's going to be happy days, and the markets are going to pump aggressively for it. Speaking of relationships.
There you go, guys. Shout out to my man, Tito. It's actually Tino, but the joke in his chat's call him Tito. But he's a legend. He just hit the nail on the head right there, guys. It's all a puppet show. The Trump's tariff things in April crashed the market. And then it happened again, but we made higher lows. And now it's not. He just said today that this pretty much would have been an April 8th moment if people were really worried. But the bluff isn't working anymore. The markets are going to pump. I promise you guys. They're setting this shit up. This was a liquidity flush of the entire markets. So institutions and market makers and whoever needed positions got them because they straight up stole from people. I have zero sympathy for it. I don't give a shit. I've told you guys don't leverage trade since I've been streaming for years. I know almost all you don't. And Mega Max, you need to cut that shit out. Them 100x leverages, bro, you're nuts. A 1% down, you're liquidated. So leverage trading is bad. And guys, how did it? No one talks about too what coin sparked it. It was who? Arthur Gaze's Athena, depegged on Binance because they don't have an Oracle. They were just using their own inside whatever the hell they had. So Binance, I think, is going to get in trouble. And what did they do? They're now saying, guys, anyone that look at this, anybody. Recent market conditions have created turbulence across the broader landscape. This initiative represents a collective across the BNB ecosystem to show the appreciation for our users. So anybody who traded meme coins over the past week after the crash is going to get an airdrop. So they stole 19 billion and you're getting 45 million back over 160 addresses. So congrats, you're getting $280 for getting wiped out. How funny is that? Like, I'm telling you. And the guy that made 100-something million shorting the market a minute before Trump's speech last week has like a $2 million bet on Polymarkets that Trump will pardon CZ this year. So what does he know that we don't? It just shows you how rigged everything is, guys, and how you need to do your own thing and find the gems like Dynex, like QUBIC, like Stronghold, and you just hold them for multiple years, all right? That's how you win. Pulse Chain is a long-term hold, okay? Give it 8 years like Ethereum had to do its thing. Richard is a way better founder than Vitalik, way better community. We have way more money, smart people, long-term thinkers, awesome builders, and people are shitting on it. That's how I know from experience Pulse Chain has so much opportunity and so much upside. I know. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect timing for Fast Abdul to come in and let everyone know we are here for the tech. God damn it. No more cry fagging about not being here for the tech, because we are. Because Dynex, perfect example. We're here for the tech. Dynex. We're here because that quantum chip they're building could catch on and it could send them to multiple hundreds of billions of dollars in market cap. It's an AI play and quantum play, Julian. Both. You get it on switch.win. Go to Dex Screener. Type in Dynex. Oh, sorry. You type in 0x DNX. And that's the wrap version on ETH. Go get the contract, copy, switch.win, and then paste. And it will come up. But I'm not on, I'm on Pulse Chain, not Ethereum. So if it was on Ethereum, it would come right up. And that's how you get Dynex. And then in the future, when the transformation happens, when we go to a security token, you just go to the bridge.dynexcoin.org and bridge right over, and you're good to go. The U.S. government, guys, just stole $14 billion from this Chinese guy. Who was running like sweatshops in Africa and all kinds of stuff. And they just stole his Bitcoin. Besides being accused of running a massive fraud network that lures victims into its investment scams, Z has allegedly also overseen acts of fraud involving solicitation for blackmail of sexually explicit materials, often for minors, money laundering, various fraud and rackets, corruption, illegal online gambling, also accused of managing industrial scale trafficking, torture, and extortion of enslaved workers in Cambodia. So this guy's a piece of shit. So now we got 200. Now we stole 14 billion. Which was almost 50. Holy shit, we added 60% to their haul. Oh my God. Shout out to the US government. Adding 14 billion, which hopefully goes to the stockpile. We shall see. Uniswap Labs front end remains blocked in Ukraine, frustrating builders. Hey, dumb fucks. Switch.win. Internet Money Wallet. CowSwap. A goddamn VPN. Like, this is I don't understand how this is the problem. I mean, what are they talking about? Oh, it's an OFAC compliance. Oh, Jesus. So yeah, your wallet gets on the OFAC list. That's not good. You don't want to be on that bad boy. Hey, we dealt with Hex not being on Uniswap, so that's the same shit. Them taking Hex down for us is no different than them blocking it in Ukraine. So, boo-hoo. So yeah, I don't think that's just a big deal at all. Right, let's check QUBIC. I want to see some of the prices here on the altcoins. You know, we've been crushing it with QMine. That bad boy is up 10x. We got in at 289. I know some of you got in at like 1,200, 1,300. So you at least doubled up. And I got my share of the MLM, which is My Last Match, which is the game that Come From Beyond is building. Oh my God, it's up to $1 billion right now. Let's go. I got mine at 751. Look at this shit. 751. So there's someone had that offer to buy 4 of them for $3 billion at 750, and I put one at 751, and whoever it was sold it to me and filled my order for that extra $1 million. And oh my God, thank the Lord he did, because I could not afford another $500 million to get this one at 1.25. Because once you own one of these shares in the game, you're gonna get a bunch of QUBIC back. All of the QUBIC that is spent in the game for water, for air, for food and all that, it goes back to the holders. And there's only 676 of them that are ever going to be issued. So I got one of them. I'm stoked. And if you're a baller and you can afford that, I highly recommend that. But if not, even QMine, because they're having a sale coming up in the future, and I think the price is going to be $5K. So I would imagine the price is going to probably get up to close to $5K, which is almost like a double from here. So it's been killing it. Q draw. Damn, that pumped up like crazy. I think I paid like, I want to pay. I think I paid like 20 million maybe, or might have been 70. Actually, no, it wasn't 70. I only bought one, maybe 50. I don't know, but now it's up to 200. And that's the thing, guys. Some of these only have 676. So that's what I went through the list. Yeah, I think QUBIC is the NFT one. MS Vault. I don't know what this is, but I don't know if this has 676. It might. But that's the thing, you know, you can go to QUBIC.org and you can look at the projects in the ecosystem. And there's a bunch of them on here. So you can see what they are. See, this is My Last Match of the Game, QUBIC Name Service. Oh, QUBIC Lottery. That's the one I want. I want to get one of these really bad. The Quateries right here. Oh, shit. They're at $1 billion right now. Damn. $1,500. But guys, this is the poly markets of QUBIC, and there's only 676 of them. And if I just see Come From Beyond, the founder, his previous projects, IOTA, NXT, Monero, he was early in Bitcoin, BTC Next that he was doing. Like, he's been building and working on QUBIC the entire time for the last 20 plus years. This is his baby. The world just wasn't ready for it. Technology wasn't here yet, but he had the vision for it. And if QUBIC does what it's set out to do, good Lord, it is going to just melt faces. And this is the QMine website up here, where I think there's a DAO in here now for token holders. I believe there's going to be voting in here. So we're going to be able to do proposals in the near future. So say I can come in and put a proposal saying, hey, you know, this is Vibra Finance. I would love to make some videos about QMine. You know, I'll do 4 of them for you, and you pay me $100 in QMine per video. And there's already a marketing budget, I believe, or there's going to be one that has QUBIC in it. And that QUBIC is given to community members to promote and do all that stuff. So I can't wait for this to come out. You know, like Camo Joe, you too. You know Samson now. You know some of the guys in the community. You could come in here if you hold QMine and say, hey, man, look, I'm on Twitter all the time. I'm in a lot of these YouTube chats. I'll come around and I'll do, you know, 10 tweets a day. I'll repost as much as I can, you know, and pay me, you know, $50 a week or something, and put a proposal out. Like, it's going to be sick, bro. It's going to be sick. USA won't buy Bitcoin, but they sure as hell will take some. Yeah, that's what they said. For the stockpile or whatever, they're not going to use taxpayer money for it. So they're going to steal it. Shout out to government. But guys, Flare, in just 3 weeks, 20 million FXRP been minted. It was 5 the other day. So I missed the round of 20 million of the last 15 million. But that's all right. I was looking on the website. So if you go to Flare, it's flare.network. You could come in here and read all about it. FXRP is a 1-to-1 over collateralized representation. So you send your XRP. I'm doing it through my Bifrost wallet. And when you mint with Oracle Demon here, you can connect your wallet, and then, you know, I do Wallet Connect with Bifrost, and I can connect on the Flare network, and then I can come in, and there's all kinds of pools in here for lending and borrowing. And I don't know where here's the Bifrost wallet one right here. So it's just XRP. So when you log in with your Bifrost wallet, see, there's only 20 million in here now, but you can come in and you can put yours in here. I don't know what the yield is, but this is coming soon. I can't wait to use it. And I saw too, the Spark Dex that we were talking about the other day is right on this website too. And Blaze Swap is the other one, the DEX that I use to buy and swap. But I'm going to just use Spark Dex from now on. There's no need for Blaze Swap. But yeah, Spark Dex is here. This is the one we talked about the other night. where I have all my Spark sitting. Oh, actually, you know what? Here we go. I'm still logged in. Let's go. But I want to go to staking. So guys, this is DeFi. This is how you become your own bank right here. All right, you get your Spark tokens. I swap my Flare that I got as a reward for being a delegator and a staker. I took my monthly rewards and I swapped them for Spark. And now I just threw them in here. You convert your Spark to X Spark, and then you start earning back Flare and Spark tokens. So I got back 45 cents so far on this little batch. So I claimed one before, so I got like 2 of these. So I'm at like $1 or whatever. But guys, I don't care. I know where Flare is going. I know how big this is going to be. This is for institutions too. Watch Hugo Fillion's interviews. He talks about who they work with, all the banks and institutions. They're working with Google. They're working with the government. Like, guys, Flare is a chosen one. That's how this fucking world works, all right? XRP, Ripple, Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini, they're all part of the U.S. government. Palantir, all of them are. State Street, Jane Street, BlackRock. What the Federal Reserve can't do by manipulating policy, they lend money and they start up these private companies that are just wings of the federal government. All right. That's how the world works. They've already chosen what projects are going to be the winners, what people are put in place to play the roles as CEOs and run these companies. None of it is organic. That's what I realized. And I've bet everything on that. And I'm all into coins like this, like Flare, where you get in early, you put whatever. This is like $200 worth right now. So every month I add $100, and in a year from now, I'm at like 2,000-3,000. And if Flare goes to $1 and does a 60x from here, holy shit! Now I have 100 grand earning 18%. Imagine if I put $200 a month in over the next 6 months, guys. The opportunities are just, they're everywhere. You need to just diversify, find these, stick to them, have conviction, and just make a plan and go with it. And if you need help, go to vibrafinance.com and book a one-on-one. It's $100. I'll sit down with you for 2 hours if I need to. And we'll get you all set up, get you in stuff like this, into stuff like Phoenix DeFi Hub on Stellar, right? Where I only have a couple $100 into here, into the pools, but they're paying me 100% APY right now. And they have been for years. All right, there we go. XLMFO, 106% this shit's up to right now, guys. I have $154 in here, and now I got 18 FO to claim as rewards. So I think it's like 30 cents a coin or something. So I got $5. But that's all right. I'm going to just keep reinvesting it. Look, my last one, I put $7 in 5 days ago. No, so now I'll claim my rewards and I'll lock up all of these and just keep it going. And in 5 years from now, when Stellar is a couple $100 a coin, hopefully I have $600,000 in here that's making 16%. And I'll be golden. And these are the opportunities you guys need to get in. Stellar is a chosen one. All right. This is the one. Phoenix DeFi Hub got a $5 million grant from the Stellar Development Foundation to build out a DeFi platform like this. They're not focused on DeFi. They're focused on payments, but they are building it out. And it's here. And we take advantage of stuff early before it hits the mainstream and goes viral. Just like Impulse Chain, just like PTGC when we got in early. That's how it is. So I was reading some of the comments here. Excellent press all. Infinite love. Yes, sir. Well, thank you for what you do. Infinity thank yous. You're welcome. I'm trying to help. That's my moral obligation. I'm so blessed that I can do research here and wake up in the morning and decide to look up AI coins, look more into Dynex, look, jump into an AMA, watch a hour-long presentation about a project, go and see what all of the Token 2049 interviews on the stage conferences were. That's what I do. And that's how I find these projects. Once you've done the research, it just becomes obvious. So you guys don't have the time to do that. So it's my obligation to show you these projects so you could just believe in me and buy them, and you will be golden in the future. Why would I be invested in all these if I didn't believe in them? Like, I'm showing you my bags. I'm showing you what I'm doing, because anyone that can't do this, why? What are you hiding? What can't you show? What don't you want people to see? I want you guys to see what I'm doing so you can copy me, follow me, learn from me, and what mistakes I make, we all learn from them. They will usher in digital currency, and such will work for a little while, just like other times in history has happened before. Then it'll all collapse as per the karma debt. Will not allow the trend. Yeah, bro. And so, I think what's going to happen is, that's the thing. You can use CBDC, not CBDCs, programmable money for a good thing. If a lot of people lose their jobs, right? You have a 6-figure job, you're making 120 grand a year. You lose your job in marketing or advertising. There's no other job for you out there where you can make that money. You're screwed. There needs to be some kind of UBI where a person that lost that job due to technology gets a $2,000, digital money that is good for taxes, a $500 credit that is good at certain grocery stores, and a $500 credit that's good for car insurance. And that way you can use programmable money to help people that got screwed, that got laid off, that technology is going to affect. So I think this can be used for good if it's done the right way. But if they try to do what Europe's doing, it's tyrannical. It's not going to work. So that's the thing. Digital currency isn't like the devil. It's a tool, just like a gun, but it can be used for evil or it can be used for good. So digital currency or any of this stuff isn't the devil. It can be used as the devil's work, but it can also be used as God's work, where you can truly help people that need it if it's done the right way. So I think that there's hope that people will figure it out in this country, that the younger generation can start to solve some of these problems. It's not that complicated, in my opinion. So, guys, this is an opportunity right here on Stellar. I've been begging you guys to get a bag of Stellar and just hold it for the long term. XLM is going to be used for peer-to-peer payments, for micro transfers. They're already plugged in with the biggest agencies and money movers in the world, the DTCC. All right. It's not going to fail. And when you can get into this stuff now and start pairing Stellar up and earning on this, as the prices rise on both of them, you just win in the long run. And at the bottom down here, what are you going to lose if you put $200 into this right here and you go buy $100 of Phoenix and $100 of Stellar? And if anyone doesn't know how to do this, reach out to me. I'll walk you through it. I'll do a live stream walking people through it, showing you how to do it. I'm here to help you guys. With Flare and SparkDex. SparkDex is 3.5 cents right now. 3 cents. Flare's 1.5. Flare's going to be $1 within a year or two. And then keep going up. I think by 2030, it should be $10 plus. So that's almost 1,000x from here, guys. So you can throw $300 into a pool and leave it. That could turn into 300 grand in 2030. And you're earning the whole time. Set yourself up for some of these things. Get used to doing it. It doesn't feel like much at first, but it's the same thing I felt when I was hoarding this shit. Right here. These Pokemon boxes. When I first started buying them, and I was like, I want to start collecting these right here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start collecting Pokemon cards. I felt like, oh my God, I would look at my shelf and I would see this little box here and one little other one. I'm thinking, oh my God, I have to be the biggest pleb that collects Pokemon cards right now. But that was in 2019. And after every week, I'd buy a box, or every couple weeks, buy a box. After 6 months, I was like, oh man, my shelf's getting pretty big. After a year, after 2 years, my whole closet was full. After 5 years now, a whole basement is full. And it's the same thing with these cryptos. All right. It's no different than with Flare here. You start small with a couple $100. You learn learn how to use the program, the platform, the DEX, the liquidity pools. Learn how to use it. Throw a little into it. Watch it earn, and set a couple of them up. And these you need to look at as little businesses. You started a business on Stellar. You started a little business on Flare, and you put it to work, earning you 18%. And on over there, 109% or 106%. So, guys, the opportunities, and like this is how you diversify too for a well-balanced portfolio. What I'm talking about here with Flare and Stellar is never going to affect QUBIC. It's never going to affect what we do on Pulse Chain and Hex and all that. They're complete different parts of the market. So that's how you have a well-balanced, diversified portfolio that's earning you money all over the place. That's how you ensure your survival. You have your money spread out into 10 to 12 phenomenal protocols. So you're hedging against things going wrong in the future. So if 2 or 3 of them die, you won on 8 or 9 out of them. So you won at a 75% rate. And if Flare goes to $10, that's 100x. Okay. And it's going to do that. I promise you. The crypto is so undervalued right now. The prices do not reflect the values of actual protocols and networks that move money around the world. You can't price by market cap when we own the underlying asset itself. We own a piece of the network that moves the money around. When you own Flare, when you own Stellar, when you own Pulse Chain, you own a piece of that network. Never has that been done before, or we've been allowed to have that. So you need to be early. You got to get into this stuff before everyone else is talking about it. By that time, it's too late. The prices are way higher. The yields are down further, but the yields don't matter as much. It's your entry point. You get into Flare now at 1.5 cents versus 10 cents. You're getting 80% less coins. So for $1,000, instead of getting 100 or 60,000 coins, you're getting 10. So start small, learn how to use these protocols, learn how to start making money while you go to work, while you sleep. These things earn not all day, nonstop. Yeah, it's pennies right now, but I don't have the cash to just start splashing around. I wish I had $1,000 I could just throw in here right now. But you know what? Maybe it's time. Maybe it is time to sell this box that I paid $160 for, and I could sell it for like $320 right now or something. So maybe it's time to start selling some Pokemon cards and taking that $1,000 for 3 boxes and putting it into these liquidity pools and say, you know what? Instead of having this sit on my shelf for 5 years, I'm going to take that money and put it into this Flare DeFi protocol and let it sit for 5 years. And that's the mentality you have to have in crypto, not this get rich overnight. Let me find the meme coin, or let me find this 1000x gem. Then what? You make the money, you cash out. Then what? You're in the same problem. You got to figure out what to do with that money instead of taking it and spreading it around different platforms and de-risking. But everyone's different, and you got to find what works for you. And that's going to be different than what works for me. But I'm showing you all these different opportunities that I know 1 or 2 of them interest you. So if you need help, you got questions, reach out at any time. What do I think about Kogan and Stevens chart? The Prince P-Die. No, I would buy it just because I love Steven. He's the man. So just to help him out. Or isn't it COS? Pulse. I don't know what the ticker is, but well, yeah, I would just buy it to support him because he's a good dude. So I wouldn't even really worry about what the chart looks like, whatever. I would say throw a little bit in to support our man Steven. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Like I wouldn't even if the chart looked like shit, I'd still buy some. Yeah, see, yeah, money sign. Oh, money sign. Okay, I got you. What the hell? I don't know. I can't find it. It's not coming up. But yeah, you're exactly right, bro. It's CO. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing up, but that's what I would do. Shout out Steven, the legend. But yeah, guys, that's all I got. Tomorrow night, Bud P, the myth, the man, the legend, is coming on. So that should be a really, really, really good conversation, talking about allodial title, talking about actually owning stuff in your like truly owning it, not having a mortgage, not or having a title or a deed, allodial title. Bud's gonna run us through that, and we're gonna talk about the privacy and just how important Pulse Chain is for the ethos of crypto and DeFi and removing the middlemen. It's our last chance. So if Pulse Chain fails, that whole chance at decentralized stablecoin, just freedom, it dies with Pulse Chain. So we got to keep Pulse alive to keep the dream of freedom to transact on the blockchain the way it is. So smash that like button or else you're banned for life. No, I'm just kidding. See you guys tomorrow night, 10 o'clock with Bud P.
Yeah. Up in the building. Yeah, we lighting up the scene. Crypto gems on radar, chasing every dream. Do your own research, that's the golden theme. We bring the facts, no cap, we keep it clean. Scrolling through the charts, got my eyes on the rise. Viber got the info, got me feeling so wise. No hype, just the truth, yeah, we cutting through lies. Sharpen knowledge on the daily, watch the profits multiply. From Bitcoin to the altcoins, we digging for gold. Community so strong, never do what you're told. That's the motto, let the story unfold. We ain't selling you a dream, just the facts to behold. Viber finance, shining in the night. Crypto gems, yeah, we find them right. Do your research, keep the future bright. Viber got your back, we ignite your flight. No pump and dump, just the realest advice. We break it all down, make it simple and nice. Every tip, every trick, got you rolling the dice. But with knowledge in your pocket, you can win every price. Viber finance, shining in the night. Crypto gems, yeah, we find them right. Do your research, keep your future bright. Viber got your back, we ignite your flight. So when you're lost in the crypto sea, Vibra's the light, come vibe with me. Stay smart, stay sharp, and you'll always see the best gems shine with transparency.